wrestling intro.
It's NWO.
Like,
it is. It's a generic NWO entrance.
It's really bad.
Unlike the Nintendo 64 wrestling game, though.
That is.
Like,
This is Sega Genesis wrestling, where they don't have Hulk Hogan, they have Hawk Mogan.
Hawk Mogan.
Hawk Hogan.
Mogan. Like those wrestling action figures you used to get at like Safeway or like fucking.
Wow, that's a West Coast reference.
Yeah, or like you know what I'm talking about, like not the
toys that were like overpriced because they're at a grocery store and you had to bake your mom for them.
No. Like when you went into Price for Less and you got like the cheap wrestling action.
You know what? I'm sorry, Brian. I don't even care anymore. Let's just start the show. And we're back! Episode 105, like a radio station. 105 point right
Episode
now.
105.
That
you are on I Hate the Scene.
Matt Musselwhite. I am joined by my co-host Jordan Madro, Bryan Kern, and in the building already on time, actually early, we have Otis Julius. Oh, look at that background.
What's going on, fellas? Good to see you guys.
Double
Good to
cupping
see
it.
You know it.
Be fun times. Everyone having a good double cupping it.
Shout out to
everyone having a good week. Is it good times, good vibes, positive vibes?
Yes. Do we have a cheers? Do we have a community cheers? We got Jordan drinking his coffee. I know you got Mr. Two Cups over there.
Wasn't it like the first like 30 episodes? I would just say I'm drinking orange juice every time.
Hey,
apple juice. It was apple juice.
One of the many inside jokes that died like 10, 20 episodes in. Oh, wow. Just drug references right there. Is that a dragon?
That's right.
Wow.
Whoa.
It
looks like a fucking Tim Burton movie. Like
it's Mushu.
Oh, Mushu. Yeah,
Mushu from the one.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was so tragically off base.
Movies. Oh, man. We had people waiting in here before the show even started. Is that because of us or is that because of our buddy here, Otis?
Oh, Brian's got a lot of people on there.
Otis, I dug your music. Otis Julius is a goat.
What up?
The OF in of Brian of Death stands for OnlyFans, but the J in Jordan stands for What Didn't You Learn from Juice World? Let's go. Shut up. Can I? You know what? I'm just gonna start banning. Fucking put user in timeout. I should.
Yeah, why are you timing out? Yikes! What did Yikes do?
Bless up from front party. Business up front. Party in the back.
Business up
I think
front.
I'm dyslexic. I can't read.
It is bless up in the front though. If we're talking about it, you know what I'm saying? Bless up for the big man upstairs.
Bless.
You know?
All right, what do you guys want to get going on the docket first? We want to talk about let's start off with some posy news. More tour cancellations.
Hey, so good. It's great news.
Every week, I swear. I'm going to book a tour just to cancel it. Parkway Drive. Parkway Drive is no longer coming to North America. So sorry, everyone, stateside. It's not happening. You're going to have to find your Aussie breakdown somewhere else.
Have
it's
all
like
of you guys seen Parkway Drive?
Yeah.
I don't believe I have. No.
I saw them like 09-ish, like a long time ago.
Yes. Yeah. I saw them. I saw them with Killswitch Engage back in like 2010.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a good show for sure.
I've seen a live DVD of theirs. Does
that kind of counts? Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know they had a DVD, so that's
we've actually referenced the Parkway Drive DVD before, and what was cool about it is you really see their passion while they're out on the road for what they do, sleeping in the van, getting up every day, practicing. Like they really, really enjoyed it for sure. So to see them get the acclaim, a lot of people give them shit for going stadium metal, but I mean, they've done great for being a prime metalcore.
What else
band.
are stadiums made out of? I mean, give me a.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, everybody.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so I'm bummed about Parkway canceling.
Aggressive.
I've seen them already, but it's kind of a bigger deal that our boy Kanye Tiva is pulling out of Coachella. Like,
I mean,
all
you
the
talk
way
about
out.
cancellations. You talk about cancellations. This is a cancellation, and we, being from the desert, have a little bit of some insight as to what kind of havoc it's causing. And
I know one of the vendors there, and he sneaks me in every year.
There was several hesitancies from some other bigger performing acts that were going to come. Obviously,
it was a fucking bidding
Travis
war,
Scott,
bro. They're
obviously
throwing
Travis
cash
Scott
at rappers. I heard Stevie Nicks got hit in the face with a bag, bro.
Yeah, dude, everybody's getting hit. They were on their
Damn.
knees. They were on their knees trying to get Drake back for like a 5th consecutive year because he just loves throwing himself in every headliner there is.
Let's be
but
real.
no,
We don't need to see
Because
Drake.
who doesn't want to go spend a week in India?
No, we don't need to see Drake on stage and have more people bum rush because of him.
If I'm gonna have to suffer from having sweaty ass sack, being in the 120-degree heat for 36 hours straight, and listening to, well, you know what? You are gonna see a lot of tits. That's gonna be nice, and you may even have a
Sweaty
good trip
tits.
because there's probably gonna be a lot of drugs. But nonetheless, you don't need to compound the issues with a Drake performance. Okay.
First off, if Drake stays there, he's staying in the most like private villa in like fucking Joshua Tree or some shit. Like,
still gonna have sweaty balls because that's how hot it is. My point being is I'm excited that we got Swedish House Mafia in the weekend as opposed to like a Drake fill-in. I was kind of under the impression maybe Travis Scott might do a little quick swerve and maybe do a headlining spot himself, but I don't know if the world's ready for that yet.
No one else.
Travis was supposed to perform with Kanye.
Kanye, but that was the caveat, right?
He's not going to take that spot because he's not invited like that.
He was getting eased in, you know. It
wasn't
just
World,
Travis Scott.
Astro World shit is Drake's fault, not Travis Scott, because it was when Drake came on stage that everyone bum rushed the stage. So if you want to book Drake on Coachella, that's a death trap. You should just book Travis. You know, have Kylie over in the corner. What?
Chime in from Otis here. Otis, first of all, your remarks on the Astro World event. Did you obviously you heard about that? What's your takes?
Did you like the album?
It's absolutely insane. Like growing up, going to festivals and like being in like mosh pits and like walls of death and stuff like that. Like to see that a whole bunch of people like died there just blows my mind. Like it's super sad, obviously, but it's also just like that's insane that like people are going like that crazy at shows. Like that's wild. I don't know. It's crazy.
It was too wild. Second follow-up. Your take on Coachella and your feels about a headlining shift.
I don't really care about Coachella. I mean, it was cool when Eminem did that set, and I think Beyonce was the same year. I watched those videos, but I don't know. I went and picked up a refrigerated box truck for work today, and they were sold out because of Coachella. I got the last one, so I guess people are just staying in refrigerated box trucks. I don't know.
You are.
I was renting
that's
them
right.
out, yeah.
You're in Los Angeles, and so you're going to be near the epicenter, which is obviously Indio, California, Coachella, Palm Springs area. You're going to be near the epicenter of all that madness over the next month, not just for Coachella, but also Stagecoach and whatever crazy nonsense is getting thrown in between, right? With Joshua Tree and all the surrounding areas. Hey, man, have fun with that. Do you get out to Palm Springs ever? Do you get out to that area of the desert?
You know, me and my wife went out there for the first time probably like 6 months ago just for a little getaway, and we stayed at a spot that was right across the street from the casino, so I had fun. We had a nice steak dinner, so I mean, it was okay.
Hell yeah. We're that's where me and Matt like have some stuff.
That casino, I don't think that casino was there when we were booking shows. They demolished the place where we.
Bro, no, there's like.
Wait, did you guys book shows in Palm Springs?
We played shows. Yeah, we were in like bands. Matt did. Yeah, Matt had some booking.
That's sick.
Interviewed a lot of bands that came through. I mean, show. So little.
I've been around the block. I've seen some things. Done some stuff.
Palm Springs to Coachella music scene was once a pretty happening spot because it's right off the 10, right? So you'd get somebody going from Phoenix to LA, and it's a perfect place to stop. We had churches and theaters and schools, and they came all over the place, man. We had Chiodos, Blessed by a Broken Heart, Atreyu, They Don't Remember. We got some acts, man.
Motionless in White played a crappy church that was firebombed the night before. And there was a big charred mark on the ground as you walked in because they threw it in the window above the front door.
There was a church.
Crazy.
There was a church that was in Palm Desert, and it did a total of maybe 10 shows, and they were so random. It wasn't like a once a month or once every so often. There was just like a kid or somebody that was tied to the schools out there in the scene that was able to like book some shows. And I remember the starting line played there, which was really fucking random. And so did Do you guys remember Jonesetta?
Yeah.
Jonesetta played with Halifax at
That's
that same
crazy.
show.
Halifax.
Didn't
Yes.
Jonesetta open for Red Jumpsuit Apparatus on a tour with Emery,
Oh.
I think?
I don't doubt it. Yeah, well, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and Emery did a couple
Those
tours
are
together.
Old names
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't hear
Yeah,
anymore.
son. Yep.
Yeah.
I've been
All right.
listening to Emery recently.
Emery's solid, man. Emery's solid.
That's like
Silverstein just
that's like
released a
grown up
super-
scene kid music.
Emery's my
Silverstein.
all-time favorite man. Like,
Are you
Emery's the
serious?
reason I got into music. I snuck out of I wasn't allowed to go to Warped Tour, so I told my parents I was going camping, went to Warped Tour just to see Zebrahead, and accidentally saw Emery, and it changed my life.
Bro, you went. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? You went to 2006 Warped Tour because I was caught seeing Zebrahead as well. Are you ready for this rendezvous?
Man.
So Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, a little twist here, actually played Warped Tour 2006, and we were able to see them and our good buddy, shout out to Nick Bartoli, mine and Matt's good buddy. He was a huge Zebrahead fan, and because they were in Pomona, California, they closed out Warped Tour on like the Smart Punks, or no, they closed it out on like the Eddie Ball stage, and on the Smart Punk stage was Chiodos, and it was a fucking battle of crowds, bro, but it was dope because once Chiodos finished, everybody watched Zebrahead. It was a fucking legit show. 2006 was dope. Emery opened on my date. Emery opened on my date. And it fucked my world up.
Isn't 06 the same year that Katy Perry played a side stage on Warped Tour?
No, I think that was 07.
07, okay.
It was 07 or
yeah.
Right.
07 or
It was the
08.
year that I guess
or
came
08.
out.
Yeah,
That was
because
2008
I saw that
303 and Katy Perry and shit.
303, yeah.
I saw that.
Man,
Yeah,
you
because
said
we were in like the Bay Area.
Zebrahead, and that's like a band I interviewed in 2008. That is a
Yeah, man.
throwback.
Do you know that Adrian of Assuming We Survive is like the singer guitar player of Zebrahead now?
Yeah, dude. Assuming We Survive is good. I saw them in a trade.
Yeah.
I hit up Zebrahead's people like once or twice a year trying to get an opening spot on a tour, and someday it's gonna happen.
Hell yes, it is, sir. And Playmate of the Year is
Shoot
the
your
OG
shot.
Zebrahead album.
Oh, good, so good.
Yes, it is. Actually, so another Emery story. One of my very first shows at the Glass House, which is in Pomona. Have you been to the Glass House? Okay,
I haven't been there, but I know of it.
Okay, so you got to go. I've seen a dozen bands there. One of the very first ones was also in 2006, I believe, maybe 2005.
It's not that important.
And it was this band called Classic Crime. I don't know if you remember them.
Classic Crime's amazing.
Yes,
they played
Classic
with fucking
Crime.
like Amberlin and Copeland and shit.
It was Classic Crime, Far Less, Amberlin, and Emery, and it was a fucking fantastic show, dude. Was
that like all the pseudo Christian bands?
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that Amberlin a Tooth and Nail band? Yeah,
all Tooth and Nail for sure. Okay. Yep. I saw Amberlin a couple years ago with I the Mighty, like 2-3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, with I the Mighty in San Antonio at the Aztec Theater.
I the Mighty's canceled us.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But shout out to Amberlin.
Who's Owler?
Fucking Otis.
Hey, that's my old drummer chiming in right there. I used to tour with the live band, and that's what's up. Is Jeff? He's my old drummer. Shout out Jeff.
Noise.
Yeah, it was a punk band.
Shout out Jeff. Shout him out.
You were in a punk band?
He was the drummer in my punk band, but I toured with a live band doing hip hop stuff as well, and he was the drummer for both. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for your live stuff. But you were in a punk band prior to doing the hip hop stuff, correct?
Yeah. And there was this like legendary like rite of passage venue in Boise, Idaho, which is like the area that I'm from. I'm from Caldwell. It was called The Venue, and the venue was like this pretty small, like 250 cap venue, and right down the block was this like 700 cap knitting factory, and bands would just pass and lose money on knitting factory shows to play the venue.
I have two actually.
Been to the knitting factory in Boise, for sure.
Little tidbit of information. Otis being in the LA area and being within that drive to Palm Springs, Joshua Tree, or Yucca Valley, like the high desert area. I tread lightly. Okay, I warned you, tread lightly. But when you do go up there, there's this little portion called Pioneer Town, and they have this really small bar tavern called Pappy and Harriet's with an outdoor stage, and the knitting factory just bought it, and they Coheed played there like a month ago. Fucking Paul McCartney played like 2 years ago in between Coachella and another festival. They just got, when I was out there in October, Dead Kennedys played. Yeah, dude, a ton of artists up there, and it's cool. It's at this ranch style bar. Yeah, Knitting Factory bought it. It was owned. So my fiance was a hostess there, and we fucking partied there all the time, and it was just owned by this couple.
With Otis.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
MC Klusky.
Otis is everywhere, baby. And yes, you got to check that out. Maybe even hit him up for a potential show, because the desert gets down, baby. You'll get the desert gets down.
Dude, those small towns like outside of major markets, that's just straight merch money always.
Oh yes, dude, yes. And I'm gonna let you know.
No doubt.
Matt can attest. There is a hip hop culture to the T out in the desert, man, and it loves white rappers, dude. I'm gonna let you know.
If I had $1 for every time you mentioned the desert tonight, I have enough much pizza.
Dude, who knew? But look it's a small world, because Mr. Otis resides in LA. Do you fucking hate LA, dude? Are you hating it right now?
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, dude. It's a weird thing, bro, because
you're not alone in it. A lot of people are.
So much like opportunity, and like, you know, when I was in Idaho, I was either driving Uber or working like these crazy jobs that I knew I had no future in, and I would just quit to tour or whatever. And like, I work in the film industry here, and like, it's all contract work, so I can just pick and choose when I want to work. And so like, it works out really well. So yeah, it's wild. I don't know. But speaking of, you said Coheed was just out in the desert. There's another desert dollar for you. Coheed was out there, and I played the Knitting Factory in Brooklyn, New York in 2017. And Josh Epps is the drummer of Coheed, right? Josh Epps, is that his name?
Yes.
Have you heard his rap project?
Weird Science.
Yeah. Weird Science was on that bill, so it was super cool to meet that dude.
I was gonna say, I know about Weird Science.
That's why we keep you around, Jordan.
To know about Weird Science.
That you know about bands that I don't cover. Like, I've never heard the band Camino before you brought them up. I thought it was actually, to be honest with you, when you first said that, I was like, we can't nominate the band from the Mos Eisley Cantina from Star Wars.
Of course we can.
I figured.
Legendary song that is.
It is. Okay, so we're all bummed.
Better be careful before you get hit with that copyright infringement. You better chill.
Okay. Only thing I got left on the docket besides our critical thinking piece is Sleepwaker has broken up and appears it's a little juicy.
Now, is it an official breakup, or is Homeboy just out and they're figuring it out?
No,
because there's references. Are you sure? Because there's references
within that. Band says it's done.
Okay, they did?
Yep, and I'm putting it out there in the ether, Brian. If it's on the internet, then it's true.
Can I see where they said that? Do you have that?
No, I don't have that. I only have these two. I told you we have very shitty interns, Brian.
I mean, I'm telling you, I did the work, and I don't think that they're necessarily done. I think that they were fine.
Things haven't been the same since we lost Jamie.
I should have never killed him. Anyways, it's a messy breakup when you see comments like this. Dog, I love being in a band with you, but committed is just not remotely true. This entire post is misleading and doesn't represent your involvement accurately at all. You have a family to support and focus on, blah, blah, blah. That being said, you would consistently bail on practices. Ghost does not help us with stuff. Disappear while we load it out to smoke, which is totally what I did. Or just all around be a bad teammate. This really saddens me to read. Saddens you to read, but it's juicy as shit.
Listen.
Sleepwaker breaks up, and the comment section is not filled with posy vibes and RIP. It's filled with shit comments.
Please tell me you continued at least reading their banter back and forth. You did.
I don't read anything. If an intern hasn't brought it to me on a printable format with no ads printed, I hate when we print ads. It's wasted.
Go back to this beautiful piece of resource that Matt just threw up on the screen. This is why we're gonna lose the show and get sued, people. All right, so nope, go back the other one. Okay, put it up. Okay, so Eric Overway, the gentleman in question here, that is calling out Hunter.
Vocalist.
Yeah, the vocalist.
I had a season up, guys. Sorry.
Well, not the vocalist anymore.
So yeah, former vocalist.
R.I.P.
Homeboy Eric Also, not in the band. Hasn't been in the band since apparently 2018, and he got raked over the coals because people in the comments were like, "Yo, bro, you've got to chill." And let me go on the record. I don't think he should chill. He's just calling it like he saw it. Apparently,
No, I think he should fucking chill, Brian.
Hunter was in the band, so now, from what I gathered, Eric wasn't in the band while Hunter was in the band, but there was some crossover correlation, perhaps some tech work, perhaps some maybe production stuff. Yeah, some production stuff. Either way, Eric is also removed for the band, so now he is being blasted because he's acting as
done, bro.
They posted on third Twitter, party.
R.I.P.
Okay.
It said
that's pretty done, man.
R.I.P.
That's fair. That's fair. If they posted R.I.P., then that's fair.
I hear every time I die is looking for a vocalist.
That hurts.
Love every time I die.
That hurts.
Me too.
That hurts my heart.
Me too.
Like on another level.
No,
dude, their new album was so good too.
It was the best. It was.
They were definitely about to hit like a different level.
Yeah. Yes. So it was so frustrated. And then that tour with Under Oath, I was just like, oh my goodness, let's do this. No,
bro.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's what sucks about it is it's like, what are you doing? What do you had it all right now? Like you literally, what is this? Where is it coming from?
Yeah, I was just like,
and then you get the personal shit.
Tour. Yeah,
you get to the personal shit and it hurts. And you're like, oh no, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Hey, if your band's gonna break up, it should be as messy and explosive as possible. Like when just Brian kicked me out of his band, do you have any idea how bad I tried to fuck various family members?
Oh no!
Just to absolutely stir the pot. Like, oh, you think you're slick? Well, wait till
Otis, are you? This brings a great familial question to the table. Are you close with like your cousins, or like how close are you with your family, bro?
Not it's really close with the family at all. I love my close family. There we go.
All right, cool. That's
stereotyping, Otis. Don't fall for it.
I'm not stereotyping.
No.
You're from where are you from? Kentucky?
No, I'm from Caldwell, Idaho. That's the Kentucky waterfall, though. You know that.
Kentucky waterfall. Yo, you need to make like a drink called Kentucky waterfall or some shit. Like,
speaking of drinks, hit him, Jordan.
Oh yeah. So I'm guessing with the branding that you like Orange Julius, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Why?
Do you also like Otis Spunkmeyer?
You know, I'm not a frequent listener. I know who that is just from like.
Oh, you already failed because it's not. It's pastries. It's cookies, actually. Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. And so...
I mean, it looks like a fire retro album.
Yo, somebody needs to start playing. Hey, I'm about to start playing. Yo, we ever booted a guest?
Yeah, we have. For that kind of. Yo,
I'm about to start making.
I don't listen
I'm about to start making folk
confident.
music under Otis Spunkmeyer.
No, copyright, sir. Copyright, trademark, sir.
It looks like a great album cover. Google it.
I know.
I'll spell it differently.
I know it does, but the fact that you came into that so fucking confident, the fact that I don't really listen to him, but I've heard of him for sure, and he makes some great shit. He does, sir. It's called chocolate chip cookies.
Great cookies.
I'm just saying.
It's called blueberry muffins, chocolate chip cookies. Fucking. How dare you, sir? Play that off like you know what we're talking about. All right, come on. You didn't just see me. You didn't just see me poke holes in Matt's Facebook sleepwalker investigation.
Oh my god,
that was so worth the joke.
You know what you need to do? Here was the joke, and Matt wasn't aware. Jordan was going to ask if you were aware of Orange Julius and if you liked it. You were supposed to say yes, which you did. I was going to ask you if you were a fan of Otis Spunkmeyer. You were supposed to say yes, which, okay. And then Matt, had he been here pre-production, he was going to say, we're going to now trademark an Otis Julius, which is an Orange Julius with chocolate chip cookies blended into it. And then we were going to let you run with that and have that be like your, signature.
I'm sorry I tore it all apart.
It's fine, man. Right. You can still have it. You can still have the Otis Julius trademark.
I spent a lot of time Googling Otis to make sure that like my SEOs and everything are on top. And
Otis Spunkmeyer still beating you out? Do they still
occasionally, let me tell you.
Hey, Sweet Discovery is a fire album title name though. Sweet. If the Otis
If you're an
Julius next
R&B
album should be
singer
Sweet
named
Discovery.
Otis Spunkmeyer, old Otis Spunkmeyer over here.
He's scatting. What is that?
That's Chubby Checker, but y'all don't know the difference.
Hey, you could name your next album Sweet Discovery, and it would chart, I believe.
I mean, I'm with it.
I'm calling charts. That's it.
I'm
Okay,
ashamed of
okay.
you. Okay, our critical thinking piece for today. We took a group vote on it, and we're actually not going to go over the Russian invasion of Ukraine. We're going to save that for next week when we have Condoleezza Rice on. Finally,
Bro, I spent like a day on Ukraine, dude.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, we're actually going to talk about crowd killing. It's way more topical to the podcast we actually do.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry guys. Anyways, super heavy metalcore band Alpha Wolf tweeted this today, and it sent every kid with a 16-year-old girlfriend in backwards cap into a fucking spiral. Crowd killing sucks. We like all of our fans to actually have a fun time when watching us perform. Take your man baby ass out to a fucking drywall expedition or some shit. We don't have time for it.
I can't wait for this next expedition to that drywall factory they're going to take. And
you love to see it. Just a bunch of monster cans scattered everywhere and a bunch of dudes named Kyle going, I fucking hate my mom. She's a fucking bitch, bro. I told you, mom, bitch. I'm going to go home and play COD. I'm going to play COD and use the N-word. Sorry, I'm stereotyping real hard. That's pent-up aggression. Anyways, this sent hardcore kids into a frenzy on the internet.
We're so mad at
pussies
them.
used to be metal. Maybe you should be the ones wearing eyeliner and fancy shirts.
Hey, okay, can I just real quick, can I call out Thornhill? Like, you didn't need to go that hard in the paint calling them pussies. Like, are you just trying to start some weird band beef? Now, I will say
it's a joke, but in case it's not, are we on the record? Jamie's not even there. Fuck Thornhill, okay? No one cares about them. No one knows what a Thornhill is. It doesn't matter. They're not a pimple on the ass of metalcore. So if this is a joke, it ain't funny. But like, just so much hate. Don't listen to Alpha Wolf. They're mid as fuck.
Mid. I love that insult so much.
That's okay. Is it an insult though? Everybody gets called mid.
I get involved in this, and this is what I get told. It's always been a part of hardcore.
Eat shit, baby.
Shit,
what was your take? What was your ridiculous take on this?
Oh, I was so out of line, bro.
What did you say? Okay. Find a new genre, everyone. Wow. Don't come into my genre that I enjoy and tell me to change it to accommodate to you. Okay, gatekeeper, stay cool. Okay, first of all, they did get raked hard on the hardcore subreddit. The hardcore subreddit is just because they're hardcore truists. It's Bridge 9 all day in the hardcore subreddit. And if you're not into Bridge 9 or fucking 7 Star or some other weird shit, you ain't having it. And, I feel like that there's a need and a necessity to maybe call out the bullshit when you smell it. And for them to not like crowd killing, bro, you just appeal to a heavier fan base. Like, why are you going to alienate? People know what to expect when we go to shows. Like, when people ask me about, hey, taking my kid to a show, what should I do? I have friends that take their kids to shows. It's always like,
you going to a pop punk show? Wait till they're 18.
To keep them away from the pit.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
When we go to, stop.
I didn't make it that way.
I make sure my chick's good. Like, there's safe spots.
Blaming them, tearing them up, get them.
The problem, look, Brian, what you're doing right now is essentially victim shaming. You're victim shaming, okay? Now you're gaslighting and spotlighting, okay? We're just gonna have to boot you. We're not going to tell bands to take it easy. We're just going to tell them to bring the same energy as ever before, okay? I saw an argument that someone was saying bands are up on stage telling the crowd, I want you to tear this place apart. Fuck this motherfucker up. You see someone next to you, they're not moving. Make them move. When you see a security guard, I want you to stab him until he can't breathe. And it's like, it doesn't matter, okay? Like, go have a good time. But, like, when we are participating in or condoning all-out physical assault, meaning you've targeted and you're just hitting someone, whether intent or not, like, you're a shit human being. It's as easy as that.
Stop.
There's a huge difference in moshing and crowd killing. There is.
Okay.
Don't look at me like that. We're
The
not
crowd-
talking about like thin lines here. Like
Listen.
moshing happens at every show. There's plenty
I
of
saw a
shows I've
kid
been
break his
to.
arm in a mosh. I see kids get knocked out.
Great,
in
good for
crowd killing.
them. I'm not
I
saying
saw a kid break his arm in a mosh pit.
I'm saying like fighting, actual like targeted fighting like that.
I got my nipple ring tore out at a 311 show during a mosh pit, sir.
That
I
was
have
your own fault
authority.
for having pierced nipples. You deserve
I have
that.
authority on pit work and what is necessary in there. Okay, and you're gonna listen to me. People should know what to expect when going.
Okay, first of all, I'm not going to listen to you, but I will let you continue.
People should know what to expect when going to shows. If you're going to a show that is going to have heavier music, you should know that there's certain spaces to be safe in and not to be safe in. It's a part of the fucking. Why are we cushioning things? It's a part of the nature of the fucking thing. Like, what is this, dude?
Listen,
It's
not
crowd
cool
killing.
to just
Crowd killing
accountability.
is a specific thing that does suck. And if I'm really on the fence about it, stop going up and fucking hammer fisting unsuspecting 14-year-old women when they're at their first show. What you should do is you should understand that it's a mosh pit and whoever is in or surrounding the mosh. I don't let my chick who's a fucking 30-year-old woman stand on the edge of a mosh pit because I know the ramifications. I know she could eat an elbow and be picking up teeth. Like, come on, let's fucking read a room. This is bullshit. I'm not gonna, come on, let's stop. No, bring it. There's no, oh no.
Okay, read a room, my ass,
let's
bro.
let's just put this shit here.
Yeah, this is fucking horseshit. You talk about read a room like crowd killing is acceptable. The only time that you read a room and you expect some crowd killing shit like that is when you go to like those bum ass hardcore shows that like, yo, and I don't care if I get shot the 7-6 over saying this, like Heavy Hands would throw a show in a fucking paint warehouse and book American Me, and then that's all you have is 8 crowd killers in like a 10-person mosh pit.
Because American Me's not good. Because American Me's not good.
They're not. Shout out to Portland, Oregon. They're not. And that's why they're not around anymore. But you know what also wasn't good, Brian? That paint warehouse, the promoter, those
Colby's warehouse, Colby's warehouse.
The crowd killing is dumb as shit. If you go to a paint warehouse where
Colby's warehouse was legendary.
It was
terrible. Shut your mouth.
I think multiple women were assaulted there, Brian.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, now you don't. Okay, it was awful. They're playing music and cans of paint are shaking and falling off the ceiling. Like, that's stupid. That's the type of place where I could go and read the room and say, yeah, there's going to be crowd killing. If I go to a normal venue where it's like I have to buy a ticket and it's printed out through Live Nation or a Ticketmaster or whatever, there shouldn't be a reading the room situation and going, you know what? Maybe that super overzealous guy in the Black Dahlia murder shirt is going to have a point to prove and go crazy and sweet. You know what? It's not a Black Dahlia shirt. It's like Cephalic Carnage or something.
Bloodline calligraphy.
Just something fucking ugly, dude. Just something gross. Crowd killing is not acceptable.
Tyrant X.
Can I get in on this conversation somehow? I don't want the floor. I just want to get on the conversation. I think we can all kind of agree to some form or fashion that it's just not cool to go to a show with the intent of going into the crowd to hurt people. Like, that's just not a cool thing to do. Like, I understand it's a metal show. I understand, we're all aggressive and all that shit, having a good time and all that. But like, if you go, like, if you're pulling up to just be like, yo, I'm going into this Slipknot pit to fucking break somebody's skull, you're kind of a dick. And like, maybe you should have had one less rock star before you went to the show.
That's fair. That's a fair.
Like,
that's a fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just when you just think about it and when you just really break it down into a concept, it's like. Crowd killing is literally just going to a show with the intent to hurt somebody physically, and that's just fucking stupid in itself.
Listen.
Brian, you may have the floor one time before your closing statement.
Get
on. Okay, you're booted. Okay, now
I got a question. Yeah, I'm just curious how you feel about like, you go to a hardcore show and you see somebody who's like hardcore dancing in the pit, who like obviously isn't a regular at the venue and obviously isn't really into this type of thing, and then you see like your crowd killers targeting that guy to get him out of there. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and that's exactly what'll happen. Yeah,
that's not cool. Like,
it's
not cool. Not cool.
The punk, like, you know, like, I feel like the hardcore scene probably falls a little bit under the punk umbrella, and that's always been such a welcoming thing. So, like, why would you like want to knock away an outsider?
Look at Anna Marie's
from wanting to come to your fucking scene. Like, you would want them to come to your venues and feel safe or whatever. I didn't, you know, that's seems simple enough.
There's a big difference too, because this got misconstrued on Twitter like a motherfucker. Like, no one knows the difference in crowd killing and moshing. I'm not saying like the Warped Tour signs that say don't mosh. Like, you can mosh, you can hardcore dance. I'm specifically like thinking in my head of instances of guys that are either backing up, windmilling with the intent to hit anyone there. Like, really hard hit them. You know, people that are like running up, like, say there's like
guilty, dude, guilty.
Like 3
I
rows
hope
of
someone's
people,
behind
and
me
they
sometimes
run up
when
and
I'm
just blocking people. Like, a lot of that shit is senseless.
Describing every like Trapped Under Ice show. I don't know.
Maybe we should cancel them.
Trapped Under Ice or like Terror. My buddy shout out to JJ. Shout out to JJ, the biggest Terror fan on the planet.
JJ.
Oh man. Anyways, no, you are all correct. Listen, crowd killing isn't fun. Although I have to say, please, you know, I don't mean to put the burden of responsibility on the people that are going to show to not get crowd killed, but for those of us that are show frequenters, understand what's happening. It's a mosh pit opening up. Okay, maybe we shouldn't stand on the edge of the mosh pit. Maybe that's not the safest place to be because we understand what happens. Yeah, obviously, if you're seeing a 12-year-old picking up change and it's a fucking Bridge 9 headlining show and you've got fucking Terror and Drain and all these old school comeback kid and fucking just everybody curb stomping. Yeah, dude.
Let's also get this, like, when you're going to shows, everybody needs to understand basic crowd etiquette of, like, all members on all metal shows. You understand this. If you see somebody fall, you pick them the fuck back up. The song called blah 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 blah.
Burden of responsibility.
They're also
here
on Twitter railing against mosh pit etiquette because homeboy that told me to eat shit, baby, was in a discussion where someone said mosh pit etiquette. That's Weenie Hut Jr. shit. Can you find me what that means?
That's
I'm an
weird.
adult.
It's all Weenie Hut Jr. It's all Weenie Hut Jr. shit until your fucking homie or your family member gets killed in a mosh pit.
Yeah,
like, and then it's all like, I wish people would take this shit seriously. Fuck you.
Perfect segue to our next talking point, because there's clearly a dead horse in the room and we've beaten it over and over. But to just segue into it. You know, violence at shows is something that should be taken very seriously in the sense that it shouldn't happen. Burden of responsibility is first on the venue to provide proper security. Me and Matt,
first it's on Drake, then it's on the venue.
Yes, that's true. Me and Matt are from a time where we used to go to Soma and they had security guards in the pit, meaning they didn't allow crowd killing. And what they would do is they would push the kids back and actually stand at the border themselves while kids got in the pit and did their whole thing. And, you know, shout out to, I believe his name was Ernesto, but he ended up passing away of a heart attack. But this gentleman
the big guy
was 350 pounds. And I saw him pick children up and go, you can't be in here, and toss them into the crowd, into a safe spot. I saw him
pick up a kid in a 4-Year Strong shirt and just eat him. He just ate
Shout out to 4-Year Strong. Yeah, he did. He ate him whole. It was at the sleeping show. It was great. Valera played. Shout out. My point being, it's on the venue's responsibility first. Then the band can take part and go, listen, everybody be safe. Pick each other up when they fall. That's what we do out here. There is an etiquette to a degree. We're not out here to murder people. But also, you are going to a heavy metal show. Understand that it can get violent sometimes and it can get a little out of hand. I've seen kids break their arms. I got my nipple ring ripped out at a 311 show of all fucking places. Let me share with this one last time. I saw kids drop during Hawthorne Heights at Warped Tour in 2005. Hawthorne Heights started playing, and then out of fucking nowhere, I just see kids' heads drop. Boom, 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 boom. All in the pit. Kids just fucking start dropping because Hawthorne Heights, for whatever reason, got heavy. Like, it happens. Kids get hurt. Kids get messed up and get hurt.
Matt, what the fuck are you doing in the comments?
Oh, I'm a menace in the comments, bro. If you're literate, you can read
in the comments.
Here was the segue.
Well,
the
segue brought up a good point that Subway footlongs are less than 12 inches, and I said I'm less than 12 inches, but not much.
That's true. Also, to segue for venue and show violence, we were going to cover, I believe Jordan had tucked away, and he can carry on with this, but we were going to cover Randy Blythe of Lamb of God willing to play somewhere because of crowd violence and show violence.
Yeah. So I was reading recently that he was doing an interview, and he said that he hasn't been back to the Czech Republic since the incident. And I guess somebody asked him if he would be willing to play a show there again, and he only said with the blessing of the family of the fan who died.
Oh wow,
that's dope.
Which I felt like there were, that was like a really, that was a really cool thing of him. If they like, hey, if they say it's cool. Like Randy Blythe has proven, I think he's the man. He's definitely a solid human being, and that's a very tragic thing that happened. But like, we've seen so many bands do that. So many bands just kick a fan off the stage or whatever shit like that, and like it just sucks when it goes something like that goes south.
What's
it's
a
tragic
wall
for
of
sure.
high fives?
Hey, so I every show I do the wall of high fives, and it's like the wall of death, but it's the wall of high fives, and I give this really happy, positive speech like, this has been a crazy year. We all need to make friends and love each other. Go make friends, and then we do this countdown, and everybody's got their hands up, and it's high fives, and it's really loving. It's great.
That's the anti crowd kill right there. Is the fucking wall of high fives, dude. What's
People
up?
love it.
No crowd killers at Otis Julius shows.
Yeah, dude, fuck them crowd killers.
It's all happy.
That's
thanks, Mike.
Hey, so what are where have you spanned your tours to? You said that you've toured out of the country. So where exactly have you hit? Where have you been outside of the US sharing your music?
Otis is huge in Israel.
And what kind of dangers are present at your show other than really vicious high fives?
Ooh, well,
heavy-handed high fives.
Today I've played 30 US states, and my August tour I think is going to push that to 33, so I'm stoked about that.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
I've toured all over Western Canada. I've not played Eastern Canada at all. I would really like to, and then I've just played off dates, and I booked a really big festival in Indonesia, and then followed that up with just a DIY show in Singapore. So
wow,
yeah, that's my
DIY in Singapore.
Yeah. It was sick. Like, I definitely did not cover my flight to Singapore on that show, but the Indonesia show was cool.
Oh, that's awesome, man. What's prompting you to just get out of the country? Do you see a value?
I love to travel, man.
Okay, cool. But I mean, take the music there. Why impromptu shows in Indonesia and all places? Explain.
Why not? I mean, I feel like I don't know.
Why though? No.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I believe that the Earth was created for people to explore and travel and see all sorts of crazy stuff. So that's what I'm about. And then it's just I don't know. It's just so easy to take a hip hop act, a one person thing, and I don't know. It's there's a language barrier, but at the same time, music is an international language. People can understand, they can groove something, And so yeah, I love it. I don't know. It's really cool. I love playing out of the country. We had a Mexico date booked, but then our van got broken into in San Francisco and everybody lost their passport. So we didn't go to Mexico.
Oh man,
dude, that sucks. Well, what part of Mexico was it?
It was just across the border in Tijuana. We were going to hit it after an LA show.
What you think he was going to say? The good part?
Well, I think Tijuana you get in with IDs. I think.
I don't know.
My cousin will sneak you in.
Said he wasn't trying to find out.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. You don't want to tread. Yeah.
Well, this is as good a time as any for the interview portion of our podcast with our guest Otis Julius. Make sure you go stream the Otis EP that is available everywhere. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere.
Get tips.
You seem really true to life in your lyrics. What is it that you are rapping about?
I mean, at the time, whenever I'm writing, I think this EP is kind of like a fake EP. It's EP, it's good quality, but at the same time, it's almost like a mixtape because there's just kind of a whole bunch of stuff. There's not really a theme on it. And so it's just kind of whatever I'm feeling about. I go anywhere from feeling like I'm kind of underpaid for what I do, and to kind of flip side, just enjoying life and not worrying about money. Like I'm kind of all over the place on the EP, and stupid songs about mullets and like Home Alone. Like it's whatever I want, you know.
I'm glad you brought that up because why the hell is there a song from the perspective of Kevin McAllister on the album?
Why not? You want to talk about questions? Why not?
It's fucking Kevin McAllister.
I 100% fell in love with that beat. And I was like, this sounds really spooky. I'm going to make like a horror song. And I was like, I don't really like horror rap. And so then I was like, what else is kind of scary? I was like, Home Alone is kind of like, it scared me as a kid. And so like, it's a good like holiday because I was going to do just Halloween. I was like, oh, you know, this would be a good Christmas song. It's kind of spooky. And there we are. Ta-da! Home Alone.
Yeah, no, it makes so much sense to me.
It turned out really good. Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Cool, it's fun. It's fun.
I mean, you clearly just have an upbeat vibe. You're clearly about having a good time. The Wall of High Five definitely needs to be spread and be preached upon at future shows because I do believe that is a staple, you know, or at least it should be. But
it's kind of a ripoff from Every Time I Die. Whenever
the Crawl of Death.
The Crawl of Death, yeah. I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna do the Wall of High Fives, and
I've crawled a time or two to Every Time I Die.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's so. What's the like motivation behind your music, man? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I guess just life. Like, I mean, I think it's very interesting to be at a point like I feel like I'm a super relatable person. Like I come from a background that like never had extra money, and I kind of sit there and really got sucked into like the first like 3 years of my adult life. I got sucked into like this whole idea of like get a career, have a real job, like work that the rest of your life. Maybe you'll retire and then your kids can do something or whatever. And I was just like, there's got to be more to this to life than that. And so I kind of just like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like if somebody with like my background can get out and do cool stuff, anybody can. So I just want to be like inspirational and loving to people that need it. Like people go through hard times, and I want like to be that person that can put a smile on anybody's face. You know what I mean?
Damn.
The song Four Keys, is that your keys to life or your keys to success? What is that song about?
Yeah, I just think that that's like the 4 most important things in life. And like that hook, you know, the 4 keys are find God, love people, chase dreams, and stack money. And I feel like they all like in that order. I think it's so important, you know, like, I mean,
that was my follow-up. Was in that order? That was my follow-up in that order? That's
yeah, 100% that order.
He said, I'm gonna beat you to the punch. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was in that order.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I laughed, because it was assertive. So
God first over everything. Like that's my motto. And like after that, then like I don't know, just like once you start, like, obviously you got to love people, but once you start chasing your dreams, like if you can figure out your dreams and then turn that into profit and like money, and like, I think you've got it made. You know what I mean? Like, it's that stupid saying, like, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. Like, maybe there's some truth to that, you know?
Success, state of mind.
Something like that, man.
Valid as well.
Boom.
The song "Kill 'Em with Kindness" definitely like has a Christian rap vibe to it. Would you ever like classify yourself as that? Because that's like when it clicked for me. I was like, yo, this is kind of like a Christian rap CD.
There's like 3 or 4 references. I mean, you mentioned the golden rule. I feel is a solid one, but yeah, you do kind of borderline that. And I think the reason it stands out, though, piggybacking off of Matt, is you don't see those two blend very much, hip hop and religion, unless you are classified as a religious like hip hop artist.
Yeah, like I'm definitely a Christian who like happens to rap or whatever. I'm definitely not a Christian rapper. And like I was thinking about it actually whenever I was doing my uploads to DistroKid. I was like, I probably should start putting like the Christian tag in this and see what happens. But like I've never done that.
Once you do, though, you are a Christian rapper.
I'm super opposed to the whole idea of like using like religion for sales. Like I think like the Christian music industry is like a horrible joke, and like it's just like, I don't know. Mac Miller had that lyric that's like, I wonder if Christ made $1 million off of selling the cross. And I'm just like, absolutely. Like, that's absolutely insane. And that's just like what the Christian music industry
Shout out
is.
Mac Miller.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean, I Emory did that thing where they were like, hey, we think that we can chart on like the worship music and have the best worship song ever released or something like that. And like, it was a big joke to them. And I was just like, yeah, there's like some point to that. Like, why not try to like make some money off of this, because like the industry sucks anyways. Like, I don't know.
We also see how many bands now have abandoned it, like Under Oath, August Burns Red, like a lot of they've just like straight up abandoned it. Like Under Oath is dropping the F-bomb in their shit now.
There's
like,
not necessarily I don't know. Yeah, it's a great one. I don't know if I would the Tim Labisi one, the solid joke. We were as LA Dying talking before the show went live, and that was a great joke. And a beautiful point. I wouldn't say that they're necessarily abandoning it. You could look at like a Chris Roeder from like Moss to the Flames, who was formerly of a Graceful, right? Who went from being religious to not. We've talked about it several times on this show. There were bands back in the day that abused the Christian genre title, and they would fucking solely write music that was appealing to that type of crowd because they knew that it would hit. You had your Tooth and Nail that was somewhat Christian. You did have a couple bands on Rise that happened to have some Christian themes, the Devil Wears Prada, Oceana, so on and so forth. So it definitely was something that resonated with those bands back in the day. But again, the Devil Wears Prada.
Solid State was the more metal Tooth and Nails bands, right?
Like, I mean, they blended.
Oh, Face Down, super Christian, straight edge.
Tooth and Nail
don't drink, don't fuck, don't do anything.
Yeah. And Tooth and Nail had the ones that like Showbread. Showbread really stuck out to me because they were so very religious and like
Brian loves Showbread.
They were great band.
Their only fan.
Dude, they were great. Yeah, they were so good.
No, I knew somebody in college that loved Showbread.
Showbread was just something different. Emory, they were all along.
And I
those
felt
lines.
the same way then. Like they're the only
person
that
then it wasn't Showbread, it was Cake.
Oh, I like Cake. Yeah, you don't like Cake?
Cake,
I went to the show that was the evening of Cake, and Cake just played 2 full sets, no openers.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
what?
It's really weird.
An evening of Cake. The only thing that would make that better is if they served cake.
We had an intermission, and they handed out a tree.
That would be great.
We played Cake at my wedding during the cake serving.
That's cool. I'm into that. I'm into that.
Clever.
We thought it was fun.
Was it You're Never There, and then you just like abandon her throughout the whole marriage? That'd be so fitting. Never there.
Damn.
I think it was ever there. Peace, babe.
I think it was Go in the Distance. Go in the Distance.
He's going the distance. No, that's what you need to jam when you're doing it.
What Cake song did we?
Oh, get the hell out of here. No one cares about your fucking wedding, you self-involved. Oh. Moving right along. What is the story with pushing up this album for a Riff Raff tour that didn't even happen?
Yeah, so I do like this is a really long story. You want the condensed one or like the full story?
Give it to us, baby.
Okay,
go for it.
All right, so I played this show in Omaha, Nebraska, and this girl comes up to me. Yeah, I do really well in Omaha. It's really weird. Anyway, this girl comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you should check your emails the next couple days. You should be getting an email from Riff Raff's people. I tagged you in some posts tonight." I was just like, "All right, like, thank you, like, whatever. That's really weird." And then I was just like, "That's interesting." So I reached out to Riff Raff's people after that tour. And their response was like, "Oh, yeah, you're on our radar. We've been meaning to reach out to you." I was like, "Oh, that's really weird." And so I ended up opening for Riff Raff when he came through LA. And then that show went over really well. And so I started hitting these people up. And I was just like, "Hey, let's get some dates going. And they're like, yeah, we got you. And anyway, nothing happened until like, I've been working on this for probably like 6 months. And then leading up to it, like finally, like 3 weeks before the tour, Riff announced like, "Oh yeah, we're bringing out Otis or whatever." I'm just like, "Oh, like that's great. I'm super stoked about it. I just wish that like this would have been done like 3 months ago." And so I had to push this EP because I knew it would do really well on the road. And like, I knew I couldn't release it till I'd be on the road to make my money back on it. Cause just like, I don't know, on the roads, wherever I make most of my money, obviously. And so like I rushed it to get this EP out for this Riff Raff tour. And then like I was getting a car wash. I just got my oil changed, getting ready for the tour. It was like 2 days before. It was like 3 days before the tour took off. And my phone started blowing up from this fan. And I was just like, I'm not going to answer this right now. Like I was getting like Instagram calls or whatever, which like, I don't know. It was interesting. And so like my phone just kept blowing up. I was like, I got to take this. And this girl's just like, please tell me that they told you before they made the announcement. And I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about, you know? And so she told me, she's like, Riff just canceled the entire tour. And so I emailed his manager. He's just like, yeah, he just booked a lead role in a movie. So he's dropping the whole tour. It's just like, oh, that's like insane. And at that point, I'd already had my release started. And I was just like, all right, well, let's just get this thing released. And so, yeah.
Riff Raff, lead role in a movie.
Yeah.
Maybe can't fucking wait.
Say that. I think
can't fucking wait.
That. I don't know. But yeah,
that's
all the info that I have.
You're probably never gonna see that movie. It's probably gonna get shit canned in production.
Plot twist. It's a Marvel movie. He's in the fucking MCU now and shit. Like,
damn.
He's like the Silver Surfer or some shit. Like,
he hangs out with J.J. Abrams. They do a couple lines together, and he's cast in the new Star Wars episode.
His main goal was always to blow up and act like he don't know nobody. What better way? What better way?
That's fucking wild, dude.
That's the story for that. Like, I was super bummed because that tour like would have done really good things for me. But my August tour is going to be really good too. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What is an Otis Julius show like?
Expand on that. I don't understand that question.
Like I don't know who you are. I don't know your music. Sell me on buying a ticket to go see Otis Julius live in concert. Is it like Guar? Am I gonna get sprayed with shit? Is it like Gigi? What's his name?
Why did you like Jordan Belfort himself like that? Tell me your band.
First of all,
you're gonna compare about Guar. Your band without listening to them. Tell me about your band.
You're going to compare Guar, who actually puts on a somewhat entertaining show.
Brian, if you praise Guar on here, I swear to God, using the R slur was bad enough, but praising Guar will get you booted permanently.
Listen, you redact.
Guar fucking rule.
Thank you. Thank you. Secondly, Gigi Allen literally shoved a microphone up his asshole and married a 14-year-old.
So
you're going to tell me that he's better than Guar?
I didn't say any of those acts were good.
But you're asking Otis if he's gonna bring us GG level entertainment. Gigi Allen level entertainment.
I mean, I don't know what goes on at your shows, dude.
No, I mean,
I'm leaving it open ended.
It's a good question. I understand. It's just me. What up, world? Otis Julius show.
Was open-ended supposed to be some ill-timed Gigi Allen joke? Are you?
No, it wasn't.
Otis Julius shows are fun, positive, uplifting, and super energetic. It's a good place to meet friends and hang out. Does that work for you?
I think sounds like fucking Club Penguin.
Yeah, dude, that's where the Power Rangers were formed. That little hangout spot that they had after school, man. That sounds exactly like what you're doing. Yeah, dude. Remember when they did like that fake karate fighting inside that ring?
No, you idiot. That's from 90210.
Well, I was talking about Power Rangers.
My God.
I hate you sometimes.
I don't know what to tell you there. Sorry. Hey, you know who doesn't hate me? Otis. Otis, tell us more about your live shows, man. What do you?
No.
Been thrown out. Jesus Christ. Absolute.
You said you were from Idaho, so you got to tell us, what the hell do you do in Idaho?
Let's see here. My sister married a potato farmer, so like potatoes are real.
I was gonna ask how many different ways do you like.
I was gonna say, do
potatoes?
y'all really like get down with potatoes like everybody says about Idaho?
Yeah, I love
you love potatoes.
We had
I love
potato
potatoes.
jokes. We had potato jokes lined up.
What's your favorite kind of fries? Like waffle, beer batter, curly, regular ass French fries?
Shoelace, the thin ones. Yeah.
Shoelace. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite
like
word
the toothpicks?
No, shoelace is good.
Whatever. No, they're like toothpicks. I mean, then you make them all well done.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Crunchy.
Hey, so there you go, toothpicks. Hey, yo, what's your favorite way to prepare a potato?
French fries.
Twice baked.
100% French fries.
You're not au gratin. You're not going
au gratin. You cut them up julienne. Maybe go baked. Maybe go
French fries.
My
that's it.
Favorite potato, but I do love mashed potatoes as well. But French fry, yeah, and the garlic potato too is really good.
Okay.
Like the butter garlic potato, yeah.
All right. Well, I expected you
talk
to
about
be
all the questions I have.
I
on
expected
potatoes.
you to be a potato connoisseur and almost like have a way that I had never heard about to prepare them, but apparently you just eat French fries. So I don't.
Yeah, man, that's my thing, man. If
Hey, French fries is a classic, man. Like, why?
What fast food has the best French fries where you're from?
Best French fries. That is a great question. I'm not a waffle fry fan, but I do love Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
Yes, sir.
Those are super good.
Yes, sir.
If you can do the Burger King French fry with sweet and sour sauce, like that's not
Burger King. I'm not a fan of.
That's the only good thing at Burger King, bro.
The fries, that's a valid statement. Yeah. That's a valid statement. That is true.
Sorry, but McDonald's has the best fries. Like
McDonald's,
I just had McDonald's fries.
They're just classic.
No, they were like crusty boogers.
Yeah, sometimes
I haven't had fries.
Hit and miss.
I haven't had McDonald's fries in LA that I've liked yet. Like the ones in Idaho are so much better.
Because fries in LA aren't made of potato.
You guys probably
made out of homeless people.
In Idaho, you guys probably don't get.
God.
You probably don't get a bad potato in Idaho, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, one of the best potatoes is an Arby's curly fried potato.
Yes.
That is one of the best ways.
Look, I don't find myself saying this often, but they better be long as fuck if I'm putting it in my.
Yeah, if you're putting it in your mouth, it better be long. Exactly, like the sandwiches.
Got solid.
Jack in the Box has pretty decent curly fries too.
I got to boot Jordan for that. No, if we were talking, if we were having this discussion when me and Brian were still maybe in junior high school, then I'd give you.
Go fuck you so bad.
I will do it, and I won't be eating Jack in the Box while I do it.
100% fact. Me and Matt were in Anaheim, California, and we drove through a Jack in the Box and spent exactly $15 and got ourselves 30 tacos, and we ate them in the parking lot.
Fuck yeah, Jack in the Box tacos for life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yep.
There was this band Run Dorse Run that was endorsed by Jack in the Box, and they handed out coupons for free tacos at shows. It was really cool. Yeah, they played in my living room.
I'd crowd kill for that.
You'd crowd kill for that. Yeah, you would.
I'd crowd kill for that.
See, everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price in the pit. You know what I'm saying? A price in the pit, baby. Everybody's got a price in the pit.
I will turn into a fucking Viking over those things. I'll be out there just
Jordan's the guy that's running off the stage and just walking on people's faces. That's just all he's doing off the stage. Free taco coupons.
Okay, this is the portion of the show where we finally get down to brass tacks and talk about that sweet, sexy, beautiful mullet you got. I have several questions
here. Would you call it the Kentucky waterfall?
I mean, have you never heard that before? That's like a thing.
Bro, that was solid. That was such a solid joke. The Kentucky waterfall. Wow.
Act feral for free taco coupons. Yes, that is exactly how a female would describe our actions. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, come on.
I'll be honest with you. Look, if it's non-life threatening, I'll stab my fucking mom for some free tacos, okay? But they better be good with green sauce. And I'm not a sight. That's not sick to say.
Act feral. I'll act like a fucking caveman. Like shit.
I'll eat my own shit.
Okay, he wins. He wins.
Hey, I don't need to ask, but if someone's offering me a free taco, You know what I'm saying?
Okay, look, I want to talk about that mullet.
These are all also exaggerated jokes, by the way, everybody.
No, they're not.
No,
they're
Jordan,
not.
listen, you don't say the R word anymore. I already gave up on the R word, okay? It's officially redact.
Okay, Brian's getting booted just for saying R word after last week's episode. I want to stereotype the shit out of your mullet right now, and all these questions will
look at what Yikes says. Yikes says the band Matt.
Yeah, fuck him too. Okay, you seem like the type of guy who's a fan of t-shirt cannons. Is that correct?
Yeah, I like a good t-shirt cannon at a sports game.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Cool. Have you ever seen the hot dog cannon? And would you be a fan of that?
I've never seen it.
Okay, well, there's a lot less of them because some old lady got hit in the face with a hot dog. I mean, she wasn't paying attention, didn't have her glove out. And there's a pending lawsuit with the Mets. So you might not see hot dog cannons anymore, but I'm just saying that might be a cool idea for your shows.
But it's just a hot dog with no bun?
Foil, wrapped in foil.
Oh, okay, I'm with it.
Hot dog in the bun, wrapped in foil. So, like, I would be waiting for, like, a mustard or sauerkraut cannon after that.
I got you.
But, yeah, I could imagine getting hit in the face with a wiener. Brian, you know all about that.
Yeah.
Getting hit in the face with a wiener at a high rate of speed can be pretty brutal.
I was going to say, you would like a cannon of sauerkraut in your face.
Oh, you're telling me.
That's Guar right there.
That is Guar. Exactly. That's Guar. That's a front row at a Guar show. It's sauerkraut.
Germany.
Right,
you know, that is a very Guar thing. To just throw a sauerkraut at everybody. Like,
so Guar featuring the opening act, Joey Chestnut with his fucking sauerkraut cannon.
So hypothetically, you would be a fan of the hot dog cannon if you were at a sporting event where they had one. You'd be like, me.
Yeah, as long as they were not pre-condimented. I don't know. As long as there's no mustard on it.
Just like a comet trail of ketchup coming off of it.
Just a hot dog in a bun in a condom shot at you.
Condom? Why?
Okay.
Because Matt heard condiment and fucking decided
I have very low attention span. I'm immature and I don't retain things well. Don't get offended by this, but I think you, my friend, are undefeated at catching the shrimp at Benihana. Am I right?
That's probably true too. Yeah. You see, and if you
I don't need the interns for this shit.
You're an undefeated shrimp catcher.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Yes. Do you like monster trucks?
Oh, dude, monster. That's like half my Instagram feed. Let's go.
Now, if you hit the final one, I'll be honest with you, Otis. This the
final one? What are you asking him? What is
get out of here. This chubby is going to turn into a full-on erect 18-wheeler headed for Kentucky, my friend.
Oh, no.
Do you like NASCAR?
Ooh, I like the concept of NASCAR. And I love people watching, but I don't watch the races. I'm sorry.
Matt's officially put himself from the show. What you've done officially, sir. What you've done officially is you've done something no other man has done. You have brought Matt. You have brought Matt as a warm-blooded male, as another male. You have brought Matt to near full erection, which we've never been able to accomplish on this show, and you've gotten him further than most. I just want to let you know
is the key word.
Yes, near. Yes, correct. Near. So I'm gonna let you know the most successful person before you was Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
Good. I got good company.
With all that said and all that assumed about you and that sweet mullet, I want to know, what is some of the worst shit you've been told online or offline, if anyone has the balls to say it to your face? Because I assume that there's a lot of narrow-minded people on Twitter that would have some terrible, ill-informed takes about your appearance, your mullet, or your music.
Yeah, that's man, maybe my music, but like
I
don't know.
But you're too fucking beautiful for that.
I don't know that I've ever heard anything negative about my hair. Like, it's all positive. Like,
good.
Just give it a fucking flick and the room just stops.
Exactly.
Like,
people love it.
Twitter is the most toxic place on the planet. If it was a real place, it would just be a sewer. So I just
No, see, Matt, he has what he has Twitter hate repellent with that mullet. So that mullet actually, what happens is he immediately falls into like that really heavy Twitter base where he's like probably a Trump supporter secretly, only because of your picture. You probably don't really like Trump. You probably don't like Trump. No. You don't like him. You don't like him, right? But the picture with the mullet and you being all jazzy and having a good time and vibes and high fives, that speaks red. And so people are really eating that up. So no one's going to insult you because they're afraid of retaliation.
That's let me tell you an issue that I ran into was like, I was like, with this mullet, like there's a good chance that I could just be like assumed like a racist person. And so
I didn't go there. I didn't think
it's not like you drive a pickup truck.
And so I went and got this like anti-swastika patch to put on my denim jacket, but the red line wasn't big enough, and I looked in the mirror, and it looked like I just had a swastika on my jacket. I was just like,
dang, our first Nazi supporter here on the podcast. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Do I need to find that Nazi show flyer from like 8 episodes ago?
No, you just leave that shit in the fucking past.
Yes, please.
So yeah, that was my biggest fear, and so I don't know.
Whoa. I mean, that's a valid fear because you definitely don't want to come across as a racist. Although I don't get that from the haircut, and you're doing hip hop. I feel like that's not possible to. That line doesn't.
Man, everyone loves mullets now.
Yeah, dude, and everyone loves hip hop, and that's definitely the most anti-racist probably music there is hip hop. So I mean, let's be real here. You know, you got to cover
my mullet back. Shit.
This is a solid question here for you, sir, and this is one that we take very seriously here at I Hate the Scene. So if it takes you a moment or two to digest and figure it out, then by all means take that. But we ask you to get a good faith response. You, in a hypothetical reality, have the power to make all 5 of your fingers on one hand eject a certain condiment. Any of 5 condiments of your choice. What are those 5 condiments, sir? And when we say condiments, we're thinking
or eject.
Eject. When we're thinking, eject. I was very specific with saying eject as well. We're gonna condiments, sauces, ranches, marinades, things like that. We're not talking sauerkraut. We're not talking like
no sauerkraut. I got
condiments. Okay,
I got you.
Your top 5.
I'm a condiment
your
guy.
Go-to. We can tell.
I'm definitely gonna have to start with sweet and sour sauce. Like
any particular kind or brand.
That's hard because I feel like fast food restaurants do a really good job of matching their sweet and sour sauce with their food. Like, I don't know if you've ever had like a leftover like Burger King sweet and sour sauce with a McDonald's burger, and you're like, something's not right here. And like
McDonald's sweet and sour is really good.
And Chick-fil-A sauce, and I shit for 14 days and
you can't mix them. You can't mix them.
But that is a great segue to say I would have to have Chick-fil-A sauce in one of my fingers.
Let's go, baby.
There you go.
Polynesian sauce as well.
Yeah,
he's going
all 2 homophobic sauces. Let's go.
You're a Chick-fil-A fan, sir. Yes, you are. Let's get it.
Oh, I bet you me and my wife eat Chick-fil-A probably at least 3 times a week.
Oh, I'm a once a weeker. I get free shit on the app all the time.
Oh, dude, the app is great. The app is amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Here, real quick, not a lot of people know this, but when the show ends, we have a little backstage area where we hang out. We're going to give you the biggest Chick-fil-A twist of all time. Just wait.
Okay. All right, deal. I'm ready for it. All right. So we got sweet and sour sauce. We've got Polynesian. We've got Chick-fil-A. I think this one might throw you for a little bit of a loop, but I think I'm gonna have to throw some teriyaki sauce in one of my fingers.
Any brand, any kind?
Kiko Man?
No, I don't know anything about branding like teriyaki sauce.
Also, a very odd amount of love for Burger King in this episode. We had Otis that likes Burger King, and Homeboy that just commented also likes Burger King. The BK Lounge doesn't generally get the love. I was gonna let you know.
Yo, ever since BK opened that lounge, none of us have sat in it or ate a Whopper in there. They literally wasted that $60,000 grant they gave.
I thought y'all was pulling up for them long ass sandwiches. Like,
I don't know.
Dude, we were pulling up for the BJs. They just happened to have long ass sandwiches.
They had this contest. They had this contest where you write an essay and you get a BK Lounge installed at your house. And Brian wrote an essay on a whim. I don't even remember what he wrote it about. Fucking sandwiches or something. And we won, and we got a BK lounge, and we literally never use it. It smells like chicken fries. We never sit in there. I haven't had a Whopper in like, I don't know, 8 years at least.
I've never owned a grease fryer in my entire life. I have a grease fryer stain in my fucking room where
that doesn't make sense.
I don't know where it came from.
That's not
where
bad.
It came from.
Okay.
I have no idea where it came from.
Have you guys been to the 2-story Burger King in New York?
That's enough. That's enough. No, we don't.
No, I hate New York enough to
probably fantastic.
Yeah.
So we got 4 sauces. We got 4 sauces chosen. You have one more. Make it count.
I like how we shut down that New York.
Yeah, Jordan's ready to go to bed.
No, we're like, no. I had one of the worst Burger King experiences of my life outside New York and New Jersey, and I was like, it was enough for me to kill the restaurant. Like, I was over. I'm over. I'll never get Burger King again.
Shot out front of a Burger King.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, Jordan, because a second ago, the way you defended Burger King, I was like, oh, he likes Burger King.
The way you I used to fuck with some Burger King, but like it's definitely saved me in some like times where I'm like, man, I need to get like a cheap meal.
Oh,
definitely.
Of course.
But nah, there's just too many. It's just too many bad ones. It ain't gonna happen. It's like
Burger
Dunkin'
King
Donuts.
Should just sponsor the fucking show. All these mentions, dude. Because seriously,
they should. All right, final condiment.
5th sauce, Otis.
Maybe the most
before we get off track again.
I'm gonna go with just a standard fry sauce.
What the fuck is a fry sauce?
Well, you guys don't got
French fry sauce. Yeah, it's a generic sauce at Walmart. I've seen it before.
Yeah, so it's got just a tiny bit of mustard, ketchup, and mayo all mixed together. Like it's a very standard Idaho thing, and it always blows my mind whenever you get out. Imagine what's the sauce? The spread from In-N-Out. Imagine that without
the Thousand Island sauce or spread.
Yeah.
Cane's? Is it like a cane sauce?
Yeah, like a cane sauce. Sure.
Yeah, cane sauce. Okay.
You forgot about cane sauce.
I'm gonna take.
Yeah, you are.
Take back my fry sauce and say cane sauce. Okay.
Yeah, you are. You forgot about cane sauce, sir. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did.
I've been to the OG Raising Cane's in Louisiana.
Yeah, you did. So
you can't pick selective ones. It's got to be the whole chain.
It doesn't. No, he did. No, it's cane sauce.
No, some restaurants just make some shit better. Like I promise you, the fucking sweet tea at the McDonald's in my hometown is better than every sweet tea I've ever had at McDonald's around the country. I'll put my fucking money on that shit. Like,
wow.
Some places are just like that. There might be a Cane's restaurant that just makes the best sauce.
Wow.
This is what it is.
Wow. No, the Chili's in Encinitas slaps. You don't understand. Slaps.
I don't even believe you. I bet that's cap.
Okay. No, listen. I will tell you a real restaurant that does slap. Are you ready for this?
Sounds mid.
My band, it is mid. Are you ready? Here we go. The middest restaurant of all time. The band that I used to be in, and Matt was also a part of. We did a show in Los Angeles. We did a show in Los Angeles one time. And when we get done with the show, it's like 12 in the morning. No. It was like at an actual venue. But listen, like when we get done with the show, it's like midnight, right? All the bands are done playing. Us and another band are hanging out. And we're like, hey, where are we going to go to eat? And we're like, oh, we should just look up Denny's. We were thinking Denny's, IHOP, something like that, right? Whatever's 24 hours. We're in like border East Los Angeles and like right next to Compton kind of. And so we put in the thing, there's a Fridays that's open. And we're like, well, fuck yeah, we're going to go to Fridays. So that's going to be dope. We'll go get some drinks or whatever. We still have to drive back home. We're in Los Angeles. We live in the desert. We still got to drive like 2 or 3 hours.
Fridays is a fucking business. I conceived my first child at a fucking Friday.
Check this out. We show up to Magic Johnson's Fridays. That's right. We show up to Magic Johnson's owned TGI Fridays. They had their own bouncer squad at the front. They were fucking off the charts.
They don't have Jack Daniel's sauce. It's straight.
They had the entire bar shut down. They had the entire bar area shut down because it was doubled as a nightclub. So people were turning up. That's why they had the bouncers on the outside. They were still serving their full menu, mind you. Their full menu was still being served, drinks, everything. And yeah, they were just having a grand old time.
That's
Magic Johnson's Fridays. I'm gonna see if this shit still exists, to be honest.
Yeah, and send it to me, please. Because
I will. Oh yeah, you're out there. Yeah, you're out there.
I live in downtown. Yeah. I like
That's like the McDonald's that had trains that went around and had fucking hot dogs and pizza. It's fucking screwy, dude. LA's a crazy place of.
Here, it's still active, and I'm sending you the link in the chat right now.
Love it.
Magic Johnson's TGI Fridays. Here we go, baby.
Perfect.
For real, dude. Of course, I'm not lying. You're like, lie, make that up? Yeah,
I'll go
dude.
next
I heard this was a lie. I heard it was cap.
Stop. No cap.
Big cap.
No cap. Here we go. There it is. Baby. Check
Love
that
it.
out. Magic Johnson's TGI Fridays, Los Angeles, California, baby. Come on, son.
I'll go there next week.
Let me know. Hey, and give us a report. Report back, baby. And tell us what it's like.
Absolutely. Let us know if you see magic.
He's just there.
This
you guys watch Winning Time at all?
On Fridays report, like.
This is Otis Julius coming to you live from TGI Fridays.
We got a skit like
Fridays.
Otis, listen. Not many opportunities come across your plate this often in life.
It's like a residency.
Do you want to be our live? Do you want to be our live Magic Johnson's correspondent on Friday nights?
I can do it.
Fridays on Fridays.
I will take that. I'll take that torch and I will raise it high and make you guys proud. Yeah.
He said he'll do it. No, it works out great because I still can't go back to Chili's. I know, but that kid's family is suing. It's just, dude, you know.
Yeah, that's it. No. Hey, he probably shouldn't be talking about that on air. That is a very serious lawsuit. He's probably going to.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, he's probably going to lose it all. It's kind of crazy, but you know, it is what it is. TGI Fridays. Let's get a new correspondent.
Jesus Christ. What do you get at TGI Fridays?
So
Jack Daniels everything.
Jack Daniels,
Jack Daniels ribs, fucking the way to go. Anything with Jack Daniels sauce.
Bring me a bottle of Jack Daniels,
and pour it on the burger, and then just eat it. Like,
have you had the daily sampler?
Oh, of course, yeah. Where you get all
that's
the
my go-to. I always get the sampler. That's the only thing I get.
Yeah. No, you gotta go with their whiskey burger. Their whiskey burger has the Jack Daniels whiskey sauce on it.
Yo, I don't normally do this, but where are all my G's that did the original never-ending appetizers? That's right, $9.99. All the appetizers you can eat. I swear to God, I'm the reason they changed that menu 3 times. It's me. I'm to blame. I ate all the.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb right now and say that's not true.
Jordan, you've seen me eat pot stickers.
That's true.
You know I could throw down. Get the fuck out of here. You know I could throw down on some gyoza. Like it's bro.
I don't think I've ever been booted this much in an episode.
Yeah, you got booted.
I go hero.
What if you feel like Brian?
Yeah, dude, you were booted today. You got booted a lot.
I'm getting my ass booted out here. Hey,
a lot of boots, man.
It's whack. I know someone who really loves Whataburger. All right, I got a hot take. Whataburger is kind of mid.
I don't do Whataburger.
They're trash. Whataburger's trash.
Whataburger's breakfast is better than the rest of their menu.
The only respectable thing Whataburger has, and put me on the record for saying this, is their honey butter chicken biscuit. That's all you got. Whataburger, eat my ass. That's all you got. Eat my.
Does Whataburger have their own sauce? I feel like they do.
They have a spicy ketchup.
They have a spicy ketchup, but like ketchup.
The spicy ketchup and their onion rings. Their onion rings with the spicy ketchup, that is really good.
Okay. What about Waffle House? Are you into Waffle House?
I've never been to a Waffle House. I heard.
Yes, you just got my
controversial opinion, but fuck Waffle.
I don't think that's right.
Man, boot your ass again. Come back in and boot yourself again for saying that.
I've never been.
I've stuck in a couple Waffle House parking lots.
Thank you.
Like, party buses. Me too. Waffle House party buses?
No. Stuck in Waffle House parking lots.
Oh, okay. Well, same thing. That's
great because you wake up and then you got Waffle House.
Yeah, that's what a party bus is. It's a Waffle House party bus.
Yeah.
You get woken up by the smell of the cigarette that's being smoked outside of it.
Outside? What are you talking about? Outside? My dude, the guy cooking my fucking waffle is smoking a blunt. That's how you know it's going to be cooked decent. It's just not going to be done in time.
Here's the thing about Waffle House. So talking about how different like restaurants are like different in different areas or whatever. Like you have to go to the South to get good Waffle House. I've been to Waffle House in like Denver and Phoenix, and it's just like it's mid. And then you go to like Louisiana, and you're like, oh, this is real. This is great.
I went to a Waffle House in Columbus, Ohio, and that was a fucking horrible mistake I'll never make again.
Yeah.
See, I've always been told that
it was not
Waffle
good.
Houses. Yeah, I've always been told that the Waffle Houses are either hit and miss, and you've really got to just go to like the specific ones. And I've always heard trash about the one that we got down the highway here. Always heard trash.
I'm not going to go into too much detail because it's probably a story I need to tell on Patreon, but shout out to the Waffle House closest to the Nashville airport because I had a neon green egg there. I know it was neon green. I remember that distinctly, even though I was tripping acid and had to back the bandwagon up through a parking lot and drive 12 miles to the airport. Everyone lived. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the Patreon story. Save that for the Patreon.
You know, it's cool. I ran a tanker truck off the road and he crashed. It's cool. It's no big deal. Okay. Hey, Brian.
What was this, the Batman? Like,
real quick, did anybody hear Jesse Smollett's new track that he released?
You know what? For even mentioning that, you get booted.
Wow.
Damn. Womp womp.
Brian, where can they
find you? All right, here we go. Yeah, you guys can find me at my Instagram and my Twitter of Brian of Death. Hear all my stupid thoughts on there, and yeah, whatever. You can also check me out at The Common Chaos on Instagram and Twitter. And hey, after this episode, I put a link in the comments for all of you that are in the chat and following, and for anybody that's watching this.
Off another podcast fan base.
The link. That's how we do it here, baby. Part of the network. Me and Jordan are actually going to be discussing tomorrow night's UFC 273 one last time for a little bit over on the Common Chaos podcast channel. So check that out.
No Masvidal, no care.
And then, yeah, clearly you're a cash. You're a cash. So
you're a cash. You know what you are, Brian? You're a.
And for all of you on Grindr looking for just that little bit of extra entertainment, yeah, I'm not.
Jordan, where can they find you?
You can go find me at gofuckyourself.com.
I thought he was going to say your mom's house. I thought he was going to straight say your mom's.
You know, this was supposed to be a nice, wholesome family episode, and now I have to mark it unsafe for children.
It's always been unsafe for children, unfortunately.
The shit that gets said on this podcast, fuck out of here.
You think we don't have the TVMA sign all over our shit? You really think that that's not apparent?
Make sure you follow all our social medias before I get banned on each one of those platforms for calling dumbass hardcore kids who condone crowd killing a fucking sport. I will go ham on each and every one of you edgelord piece of shit Mountain Dew sipping Mississippi motherfuckers. Do you understand?
I do love Mountain Dew. I do love Mountain Dew.
I will find your stepmom and I will run up her credit card so fucking hard. I'll buy so many worthless anime porcelain dolls that you look like. You know what? Follow us on Twitter at Scene Radio. We're available on twitch.tv/iHateTheScene, facebook.com/iHateTheScene, and every fucking Friday, youtube.com/c/iHateTheScene. Find all these links and more at iHateTheScene.com. You can also find a sweet-ass link tree that I made on our Instagram at iHateTheScene. Fun pictures. I got a sweet little flyer of Otis Julius that's on there. It's real sexy. Otis, if I want to, find your tour dates or buy merch or bother you about smoothie recipes, where can I find you?
Yeah, you can go to otisjulius.com, and all of my socials are at Otis Julius Music. So you can do Otis Julius Music or otisjulius.com.
Otis, real quick, do you got anything coming up? Any tours, any type of music releases, anything that you're looking forward to that the fans should also be looking forward to?
I am out almost all of August on tour. Those are mainly going to be Midwest dates. Opening
you hitting for Texas at all?
Not yet.
Oh man.
I'm working on confirming my Oklahoma City date, and if that goes, I might drop down into Dallas.
Yeah, weed's legal up there, bro. I want to touch that bullet in person.
But that's going to be a really big tour for me. I'm opening for two much larger artists that I can't talk about yet, and I've got some off dates that I'm doing.
It's for sure Gaga.
Yes, and well, we already talked about
Lane Staley for sure.
Yeah, and Doja Cat. But anyway, and then I'm doing some off dates on that tour as well that are pizza party themed. So that's going to be really rad.
Dope. That's awesome.
Yeah. All that should get announced here in the next couple weeks.
Awesome, man. Well, we're looking forward to it. When you do come out to Oklahoma, please let us know. We're in Austin, so we'll definitely hop up and say what's up.
Love it.
But Texas sucks, and Abbott can eat a dick, and weed's legal in Oklahoma. So
I got to ask, as a local, what are your takes on South by Southwest?
It used to be so cool. It used to be so cool. Did I mention it used to be so cool, bro? It used to be my everything in March.
When is used to? Because I played it in 2017 and I told myself never again.
Yeah, so about like 3 years
2016.
before you got there.
Yeah, 2015, 2016. It probably got kind of lame.
Was it fun, enjoyable at all? Did you get anything out of it?
Why the
Did
harsh?
You sell merch?
No. And that was the thing. It's just like there's no money in it. There's no merch sales. Everybody's like, it's great for networking. I'm like,
if you're an independent, you can't do merch.
Yeah, and I was just like, I just played with like, or like I don't know. It wasn't it. I played a couple like non-official shows as well. That really wasn't that cool. And like if I remember right, like we ended up just loading up and staying in a different city just because there's too many people there.
Yeah.
Like I think we headed down to San Antonio or something.
If you played between like 2009 and 2015, then you'd probably have like a really positive, fun story. Okay. But yeah, all that you're getting out of it is that like, hey, I got denied by the guy who owns some boutique record label that doesn't give a shit about me. Like,
it's the ultimate pay you in exposure festival.
That entire festival, and I'm saying this as a PSA to anyone who comes out to the city of Austin. That entire festival has forgotten about the music. It used to be an awesome thing. It used to be the highlight of my year. It used to be my entire March. I mean, I spent money like every year to attend this shit. Shows that are RSVP or VIP only. You just hit them up and you get free admission, and they go until the venue's filled up. There used to be showcases for every genre, from rock to metal to hip hop to country. All that's gone away, man. All of it. So like if I was to stumble in a bar and find a cool act like Otis Julius, that's so 2014, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Austin's a cool city though. Austin's a cool city. I like
it's very cool, man. If you ever find yourself here, let us know and you got a place and definitely hang out for sure.
Right across the river, there's that Hyatt Regency or whatever.
Yeah.
Like go there on like a staycation sometime. Like super.
My stepbrother was conceived there.
Oh, good for him.
It's crazy. It's also his son.
I knew I was fucked.